Hello Sagittarius, Elsie here to do your reading, my friends. It is a bonus read. I'm just here to say thank you for all the ways you've been loving on the channel over the last couple of weeks. My readings that are bonus reads are always for the week prior. So this isn't for last month, this isn't for last week, this is the week prior to that. So I just wanted to say thank you for all the ways that you have been loving on this channel, being in the comments. Thank you for your thumbs up, your subscribes. If you are brand new and you've never been here before, this is a bonus read. I do these usually on the weekend, and if you are interested in staying, you can just hit that subscription button over in the right-hand corner there of the screen. Hit that bell button. You'll know when I'm uploading for fire signs. It's usually on a Wednesday. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. My Saggy fam. What's going on with Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's the most important thing that Sagittarius needs to know. We've got the High Priestess. Your intuition's on high, my friend. Feels like that. We've got the Eight of Cups. We've got the Strength card. Someone's trying to find the courage to walk away from some sort of situation that you know that you should have walked away from a long time ago. That's what it feels like to me, Sagittarius. Also, the High Priestess is about being silent. So you might be going under cloak of night. This is the night. We've got the moon, right? We've got the eclipse up here. We've got the moon, right? The eclipsing things out of your life, walking away. And so I feel like somebody here is walking away from something here, and it might be that you're walking away in silence, Sag. Like maybe you're done with it completely and you're not saying anything. For others of you, it feels like your intuition's been pulling at you for a while. You have to find the courage to disconnect emotionally from a situation. Tell me more about Strength, please. Yeah, I think that you thought about it a really long while, and I feel like you decided against having a conversation about it. So we've got the Hermit, right? The Hermit has got their light shining toward courage. So I feel like the Hermit is somebody has been in this energy of being by themselves, not really talking to anybody, trying to find wisdom in the situation, trying to be courageous. And I feel like the Hermit is holding the Star, which is hope and healing, out to Strength. It's like I'm trying to get a better look at it. I just want to say, am I really that courageous? Because I feel like with the Hermit having their back to the Ace of Swords, it tells me that you're choosing to go with Strength rather than say something. That I think it's somebody who's like, I'm out, I'm done with it. Tell me about the High Priestess here. Now, the High Priestess is also about secrets, right? Secrets, being quiet, not saying much, knowing things but not saying what you know. Tell me why the High Priestess is here. You could have Pisces in the chart, maybe Leo. Could be dealing with a Pisces, a Leo, or a Virgo. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. Why is that? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you've been in some sort of a stable relationship with this person for a while, but I want to say that there was one last argument or one last fight that made you just decide to go, because the Knight of Swords is a pretty aggressive energy, and the Knight of Swords is heading straight for the Knight of Pentacles. And so I want to say that I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is here being stable and sturdy, but has her back to the Knight of Pentacles. It's like so much time has passed and you don't know how, like, I feel like you were trying to figure it out. You were trying to be practical, and so you were going slow trying to figure it out, but it feels like somebody else didn't want to figure it out. I feel like somebody started a fight. The Knight of Swords is here. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. I feel like that's why you're going to have to be courageous. So if this isn't happening in real time for you now, it's going to be happening in the future. Telling me that you're going to have to be courageous, that use all of the things that you learned while you were in Hermit energy, all the wisdom, the ways that I feel like you don't have to say anything. I feel like with wisdom, you don't have to say anything. You don't really have to say anything to anybody, but it is a realization and clarity that you're getting while you're in this energy of the Hermit here. That you don't really have to say anything if you don't want to. Yeah, it feels like somebody is really aggressively coming into, it's like to rock your stability. That's what it feels like here. We do have the Six of Cups. This is somebody that you do have history with, whether they are a friend or a family member, possibly a lover. And it doesn't even have to be this life. It could be last. This is about past life as well. It also is about sometimes about people coming back round. So it almost feels like you've already walked away from this situation is what I want to say, Sag. You've already walked away. You found your courage. And for some of you, if this is real time, I feel like you've found the reasons within yourself. You've got the clarity within yourself, and I feel like it's balanced you. Like you're like, okay, then I'm just going to keep my back to the rest of it. But I feel like you're ignoring somebody, and I feel like the person that you're ignoring could be a Gemini, could be a Pisces, Virgo, Leo, maybe a Capricorn or a Virgo. It feels like you're ignoring somebody, and somebody doesn't like that you're ignoring them. So expect communication. Expect aggressive communication, because somebody doesn't want to wait anymore with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody has no more patience. They're not being practical. They have no more patience. And I feel like this person is somebody that you've spent a lot of time with, or that you know really well. And the Six of Cups is here. This is somebody who I feel that you've given a lot to, a lot of emotion. I feel like they're really angry that you have decided to walk away and not say anything. I feel like you've said it all, though. I want to say that I feel like you've said it all, because the High Priestess does keep secrets and mysteries, and I feel like this person has like said all the things to you and you didn't say anything back. So I feel like you just kept it all and you're like, no, I'm gone. I'm going to go. They want to know why you left, because this Knight of Swords, the sword is standing up right next to the Eight of Cups. They want to know why you disconnected from them or ghosted them. So I feel like you're going to get communication from this person. They could be a Leo, and they don't have to be, of course, but the Sun is a breakthrough. I feel like you had a breakthrough, is what I'm going to say. You had a breakthrough that you couldn't deal with this situation any longer. Tell me more about the Sun. We've got the Knight of Cups and the Devil energy. Yeah, it was a very toxic connection. There was a lot of romance here. Like, I'm not going to say that there isn't. It feels like there's a lot of romance here. I feel like lots of romance, that you two were in a romantic connection. It feels like you kind of saw the situation for what it was, though. I feel like somebody was romancing you to get whatever they could get out of you. The Devil energy is here. And so it is somebody who is being manipulative, right? They're being they're seducing you with material things, or seducing you with love, seducing you with the flesh, possibly. And I feel like you now see everything for what it is, like the Sun being here. It feels like that the ship set, I feel like that what you've been waiting on is you've been waiting on some sort of a breakthrough, so you could make the decision and go, because I feel like you were sort of connected to this in probably pentacle ways. Like, it could be money that you guys are sharing. It could be that. Tell me more about this. We've got the Moon energy, we've got the Five of Cups, and we've got the Knight of Wands. So this person, I feel, didn't give you much stability in this relationship. I feel like you are feeling sad about it. I mean, it does feel like you're sad about it. You don't know where you're going from here. Things aren't as they seem. Like you feel like you don't know what you should be doing from here. But I feel like you knew that this was coming all along, though, Sag. You got to know that when I'm reading about an energy like this, it's not like it's going to happen overnight. It's not like you come here and you're in a happy relationship when you watch this video and all of a sudden it's going to turn bad in the next few weeks. That's not the way it goes. This is a slow moving, practical, like, we knew this was coming. I knew all of this was coming, but I had my back to it. I didn't want to have to deal with it. Well, I feel like because you didn't deal with it, now it's coming at you. And I feel like somebody's coming at you really impatient here. Tell me why the Knight of Swords is here. This person wants to know why you walked away. So I don't know if you did, like, just all of a sudden they came back one day and your stuff was gone or something like that. But this person is coming in sort of with aggressive communication. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. We have the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands. So I feel like this person is quite immature. I want to say that no matter what their age is, I feel like they're quite immature. I feel like the Five of Swords being in the reverse is this person is going to try and sort of it's going to try and make you understand. Like, they don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to fight with you anymore. Let's just talk about things. But I think it's too little too late, because this has been going on for years, right? We do have the Knight of Pentacles, which can be years. And we do have a pentacle in the hand of the Queen. And for me, it's pentacles are years. It could be 2 years. We've got 7, 8, 9 years. Like, you could have been in a really long-term relationship here. And things just weren't working out. And you knew it wasn't working out. But you didn't want to change anything. I think you're finally taking control of the situation, though. So this person is coming in to say to you, well, I'm at the crossroads anyway. I'm preparing to take, to go on some sort of path all by myself. That's what they're saying. So I feel like they're not really saying anything constructive. They're not, like they're a manipulative person with emotions. Like they manipulate people's emotions. And I think that you finally saw it for what it was, because I feel like you were in the dark for a long time. But I feel like it's almost like overnight, because we've got the moon and the sun. It's almost like it's like overnight it changes. Like you realize one day, you wake up and you have the breakthrough that this person is somebody who is immature. They flirt with everybody who's in the room. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's the Tower here. Tell me about the Tower. We have the Death card. Yeah, it's completely over here. It is completely over, and it is heartbreaking. But I want to say that you knew that this person, like, the thing is I don't think that you entered into a relationship knowing that it was going to end. You know what I mean? We never do. But I feel like you ignored the red flags, because I think that's a red flag. And I think coming up with this is a red flag. And I feel like coming up with the Five of Cups, it's a red flag. It's red flags all over the place. And I feel like you ignored the red flags for the romance, because you didn't want to be alone. And this is a place where sometimes we get ourselves in, that we start to agree with the devil. We start to agree with whatever that person is saying or trying to manipulate us with, because we're just so terrified of being alone that we're just like at the doorway hanging onto their arm. Please don't go. Please don't go. And it feels like you didn't want to let them go, even though it was unstable, like there was instability here. And I feel like this person was probably like with other people as well. You weren't the other person they were giving their energy to here. I feel like it's quite toxic the way they were dealing with it, but they had you thinking that this is a romantic relationship. And I feel like you chose to maybe not look at the red flags, as it were. And we do have the Empress here, but I think you know better now. And I want to say, because the Queen of Pentacles is the one who's practicing, manifesting being the Empress, right? She's the one that's always practicing. She wants to be the Empress, and so she's manifesting that. And so she's acting as though she is. And so I feel like you've always been acting as though you were. And I feel like now that you know your worth, I feel like you know that you can let the Tower fall, that this thing really is over. Yeah. It's a realization that it really is over. I don't really want to do this anymore. We've got the Three of Swords, and I think that you finally let it end. But I feel like it took a really long time, because the Page of Pentacles is here. It took a really long time for you to get this information. Like you were holding on to this information. You knew intuitively that this was going to end in a bad way, or you kind of ignored the red flags, like maybe because we've got the Knight of Wands here. This person was obviously in and out of your life, and you allowed it, right? But I don't think you're going to do that anymore, because it feels like the truth is out here. That's what it looks like. The truth is out, and the Empress now knows what's going on, and now you're protecting yourself, right? Now you're protecting yourself here, and you begin to manifest whatever it is that you want. So I feel that for somebody, you've left a relationship and you left it in silence, or you just stopped talking to somebody. This doesn't have to be relationship related. This could be two best friends, right? This could be best friends, and you just stopped answering their comments because they got aggressive with their words. They expected things from you. They started being impatient with, like, why aren't you coming out with me? Like, it feels like it's two people, but it doesn't, pick the scenario that matches for you, because it does feel like it could be a child for some of you, like a grown child who's acting immature. It could be that. We do have children here with the Six of Cups. It is somebody that you've known since forever, or it feels like you've known them forever, right? It could be other lives as well. And I feel like with the Five of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Wands here, it's like somebody is preparing to come in and kind of be a little bit humble. Page of Wands. And they want to talk, but I think that you've got their number. You're already the Empress here. You know what's up, right? You know the truth. You know the truth of the situation, because you saw it here. You saw it here, and you probably saw it back here, but you were waiting for things to unfold as they would. That's what it feels like here. But it feels like there's a crash and burn going on here. I do want to say that this person is coming in like, na 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 boo boo, I'm on a different path, look at you. And I feel like you're like, go, I don't really care, just go. I'm just going to be here and work on myself, take care of me, right? Your back is to all of this crap here. I feel like you're just going to take care of you. Like, I don't really care what you're doing. You don't have to announce your departure. This is not an airport. You know what I mean? Like, this person's coming back to announce, well, I'm never coming back, and you don't really care. I don't think that you do. I think you're pretty stable, Sag, in the energies here, and I feel like your intuitive notions were telling you that this thing was done. But this person is coming in. It's like they're coming back in the door and shaking their finger and yelling at you one more time. And about that, you know, and you're like, whatever. I think you know that it's over, and I think that this person didn't give you any stability in friendship, whether it's a parent possibly we're talking about. Maybe it's someone who you do have romantic love for, because we do have the Knight of Cups here. But it feels like it's something that you decided to walk away from, and now you're just going to watch it burn. You're just going to watch everything implode and burn. You're done. You're done here, Sag. Good for you. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you guys, and I'll be back. Bye-bye.